What is going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here with Paul Watson live in the Full Throttle studio, hanging out tonight, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. to talk to you about the upcoming All Harley World Shootout, which is only 3 weekends away. Not this weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after that is the kickoff to the biggest drag racing series in the Carolinas and the region, really, because you guys got some races outside of the Carolinas this year. But this kickoff race, April 12th and 13th, is at Farmington Dragway, and it's just a big deal. So we wanted to get together, bring you guys all the updates for what's going on at the Farmington Drag Race. Paul, what do you got for us?
Well, we're going to have another huge event. I think this season opener is probably going to be our biggest season opener that we've ever had, with all the feedback that I have from the racers and a lot of the spectators. And even I went out and talked to Sandy the other day at Farmington, and she said she's getting a lot of feedback from a lot of people asking for information related to the race. But before I even get started, I'd like to personally thank Smoking Harley Davidson of Winston-Salem. I mean, they've been in the All Harley World Shootouts sponsorship program for lots of years. I want to thank everybody at the dealership. I've been dealing with that dealership for a lot of years, and just really want to say how much I appreciate them. But one of the things that we do as a give back to the dealership for sponsoring the All Harley World Shootout is that from April 1st through April 12th, we have 2 VIP passes for anybody that purchases a new or pre-owned Harley Davidson from Smoking Harley Davidson. As you can see, that is the flyer that we're going to be having in the dealership early next week for the 2-week period, just highlighting the fact that if you buy that pre-owned or new Harley, we want to reward you as a fan base for the All Harley World Shootout, as well as being a customer for Smoking Harley Davidson. Yeah,
that's a big deal. Smoking's a new sponsor this year, right, for this race?
No, they've actually sponsored us several times, but it's under new ownership. Mm-hmm. And we appreciate them jumping on board with the new ownership. It's one of the largest dealerships in the Carolinas, so we appreciate that.
So not only will you get a quality Harley Davidson, but you also get 2 VIP tickets to this event, which is a big deal. Now, look, if they want to take that thing down the track, can they take it down the track?
Hey, that's what we're all about, Harley racing. So if you buy something and you want to put it on the track as a first time, I'll personally, give you a few pointers, and let's make it happen.
Cut them loose. Put them in front of the tree, let them go. I like that.
The other thing is I want to thank Impex Auto, and really it should be called Impex Everything. Impex Auto, they've been a sponsor for the All Harley World Shootout probably the last 5 years. Steve West down there, he has been loyal. Ahmad, the owner of Impex, I mean, they got diesel trucks, they got RVs, they got heavy equipment, they got semi trucks. I've seen, I've seen Ferraris. I've seen stuff in this dealership that you're just not going to see anywhere else. So we appreciate them being huge sponsors of the All Harley World Shootout as well.
All right, so let's get back to this event here. What I always like to tell everybody, this is way more than just a drag racing series. This is a full-on event. This is something that you're going to want to be at. There's camping, there's live music, there's vendors, there's all kinds of stuff. This is a lot more than just setting up and wanting to go to the track and watch some guys go down the track, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just want to make sure everybody knows that this is a full-on event. It's more than just drag racing.
Yeah, we, and I've said it many times in live posts and that kind of stuff, that we do not like saying that we are a Harley race. We really, truly believe that we have a Harley event. Like, for example, Friday night, April 12th at 8 o'clock, we got Southern Reload, and my phone has just been blowing up. Bill Haas, the singer, for the lead singer for that group, and also the members of that group, Donald, these guys are going to tear it up. I'm not joking. They play a lot of 80s and 90s, which is right up my alley, my age group. So I'm looking forward to enjoying the festivities around the live music that we have. So our fans are going on Friday night. They're going to get a live concert and see some of the best test and tune racing, as well as cars. We got a lot of cars. Last time we had cars down there. We had cars going all the way around the concession stand. So we expect the same thing this Friday, April 12th.
So Southern Reload says they're going to start at 8 p.m. But I hear they're going to be in it to win it. Like if the crowd stays, they're going to stay and play.
Well, that's what I was told. They got this special custom stage that they're bringing in. They're really excited. These folks are in the racing arena, so they're excited about being part of the program, and they're going to put on an absolute fantastic show for our fans. There's no doubt in my mind, or I would not be getting the response that I'm getting from people that are asking me more questions about the band than they are really related to the race.
100%. So that's even like, look, man, Paul goes the distance to make sure that there's good quality music. So let's get out there, and they're playing Friday night at 8 p.m. So this is even, test and tune night. Man, you're gonna see some hot racing action going on, and then check out the band, stay out there all night. Man, make sure you're camping because they're gonna get up in the morning and they're gonna go right back to the track. What's the story on Saturday time wise for the racing?
On Friday, track goes hot at 5. Our schedule really never changes. I'll put the schedule out this weekend. Track goes hot on Friday. We have a very nice gamblers race, a lot of money that we give away on Friday as well. And I'll tell you, I was on the Facebook last night and I was cracking up because I got a mini bike race, a grudge call out. Rob Danielson from Florida, he has called out Chris Farmer, who is known as the Godfather. Now, Chris has been part of this mini bike series from day one, and he has won everything. But this young man from Florida has called him out, and I've seen, and I'm gonna post it up. I got videos and pictures of these mini bikes. And fans, let me just tell you, we already know that Harleys don't want to call out some of these mini bikes, and I'm just being honest in saying that. We had a Harley get gapped by about five bike links.
That's painful, man.
That is painful to go home and have to explain that. But these guys are real serious about the mini bikes. I love the mini bikes. It's a full-blown series this year. Doug has worked really, really hard to make sure that we grow this mini bike series, and I'm excited this year. I think this is going to be the biggest year we've had for the mini bikes, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, like you said, yeah, Doug's done a lot to keep this going. Like Hickory Doc here just commenting on the thing, kind of got this going and handed it off to Doug, and Doug has done a great job. Hippie and Hannah done a great job keeping this going, getting the rules put together, and for my information, this is one of the best examples of a mini bike drag racing series, on this side of the Mississippi.
Well, I'm not familiar with any mini bike series in the country. I've actually researched that, and if it's out there, I haven't found it. But I'm very excited, very happy that we started this 3 or 4 years ago, and it has grown to the popularity that it has. Now, I'll give you a little quick side note. Jack Corpella, when we first started the mini bike series, I kid you not, this was 3 or 4 years ago. He's like, Paul, he said, I'm not sure about those mini bikes, man. It's kind of like watching paint dry a little bit. And now Jack is one of the biggest fans because we had that mini bike that outran the Harley. I mean, it's over 500,000 views. And he did not understand the mini bike world like I did, and like maybe you did, and even Doc for sure. But the mini bikes are here to stay. They're not going anywhere, and we really appreciate everybody that participates in the series.
Yeah, nope, that's good. What else can we expect on Saturday race-wise, though?
Well, let me get back to Friday.
Let's get back to Friday. There's more for Friday. Hold on a second. Getting ahead of the game here. There's more for Friday.
There's more for Friday. We got Doug Langley, and this was a call out too. Doug Langley owns what I call a Wicked Honda. He was actually at your show. He was one of the bikes that was on the drag exhibition, and he actually had the most, I would say, participation from people wanting to sit on his bike and get pictures. But anyhow, he's got a very, very fast Honda, and he is going up against Scott Field, who has a very, very fast Suzuki. So that's a 2 out of 3 grudge match, Suzuki versus Honda. I'm going with the Honda. Now, Frank Loney of Loney Motorsports.
Hold on a second, y'all writing this down?
He's going with the Suzuki, no doubt about it. But I like Doug Langley Racing. It's going to be a great matchup. It's actually truly a toss-up. So, but that's going live as well Friday night. And then I got some other action for the winner of that. I'm working on that as well. So we got some surprise guests coming in on Friday as well.
I like that. Now make sure you guys are listening to the tips here. So if you guys are making sideline bets, man, you gotta make sure to hear what's going in on it. So
Saturday, no different. Once again, track goes hot at 11. We'll go 2.5 hours of test and tune. Then we go into the qualifying, first and second round qualifying. And again, folks, I will put out the schedule just like I do every year, every race. And this way we will know exactly what we're doing, when we're doing it, and how we're doing it. So it really is no different than the race we had in October.
Mm-hmm.
Lanes haven't changed or anything like that. I did go out to Farmington. Like I said, I talked to Sandy. The track is in absolutely great shape. So I'm expecting a good race.
Yeah.
Good race.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the track being in good shape, they just recently resurfaced this and got it done directly in front of your event last year.
Yeah, I would have to say that Buck and Sandy, they really bent over backwards to, we were in April, we were the last race at that track. And then throughout the season, we just had a lot of work, unexpected work that they had to do related to the surface and the ground and the dirt and a lot of things I'm not familiar with. But Buck, the Thursday, this is the God's honest truth, the Thursday before Friday, the day of our race, they were still pounding in the the guardrails rather, at that track on Thursday.
Yeah.
So they really, really showed some commitment and loyalty to the AHWS Shootout, and that's why we have two races there. We got the spring and we got the World Finals there in October.
Right on, man. I like it. All right, what else we got Saturday? You got some vendors and everything like that set up, right?
Yeah, we have a couple of new vendors this year that are supporting the AHWS Shootout. One I'm extremely excited about, Redline Brand, and also the Red T-shirt company. They're going to actually be doing our event T-shirts. I'm not selling T-shirts. I tried that a couple years ago, and to be honest with you, I just truly don't have the time to focus on that. Selling T-shirts. So I didn't sell last year before. But anyhow, we got some T-shirts. They're going to actually selling happy all the Shootout and give us a little bit more marketing from that perspective. But anyhow, Redline Brands is a huge company, and you're familiar with them as well. But anyhow, Redline Brand, what they do is they if you go in as a customer, just like I did, you have that thought process, that concept, that design in your head. They can take it from there and actually put it in an art concept, which is phenomenal. Because I went in and I was just blown away with all the artwork that I seen on the walls. I mean, just some of the things that you just can't even imagine until you walk in and you see what these folks can do. So Redline Brand will take care of that part of the business. And then the Red T-shirt company, what they do is they actually take the artwork from Redline Brand, and then they produce that final product, which is a phenomenal T-shirt. And the T-shirts that I've seen are just high quality, Microtech, that moisture wicking type T-shirt. Yep. Just a very good product. And I'm very happy that I'm aligned with these folks this year, and they're supporting the AHWS Shootout. So, good sponsorship right there.
Yeah, we've used them a few times over the years. As a matter of fact, this shirt here, Benny printed that one for us, and he used to be my neighbor. He used to live right down the street, so we've known each other for a long time. Good guy, great product.
Yeah,
sure.
I actually was able to tour that facility and saw the equipment in there, and they can do it, folks. You walk away there with a comfort level, just like I did. And I spent an hour and a half talking to Jack and Benny, and I was just amazed at the whole conversation and also the tour of the facility. Thank you guys for allowing me to do that as well.
Oh yeah, right on. I get it, man. So what else we got? We got some sponsors and stuff like that to get to.
Well, we got a lot of things happening. We're actually in talking and works with North Carolina Trailer out of Winston-Salem and Thomasville. Those folks, and this is what I want to tell you guys. I mean, I have everybody always telling me about trailers, and we are going to have legitimate motorcycle trailers and trailers of all kind on the property this weekend, the weekend of the event. North Carolina Trailers are providing some motorcycle trailers designed for motorcycles, and I think the guys that are coming there are going to be real excited with the product that they offer. They are absolutely North Carolina's largest trailer dealership in the Carolinas.
Nice.
So I'm glad to be part of that collaboration and affiliation as well. Annette and her team are doing a fantastic job, and I just want to personally thank them for jumping on board, being a part of what we're doing at the Harley World Shootout.
Sure, absolutely. Like Crystal Ash even diving in there. NC trailers are the best. Appreciate you guys getting on and making some comments there. They're going to be out there too, aren't they?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm kind of feel bad about something. I was supposed to post up something about a week ago for Crystal Ash and also Dennis, and I can't. I'm not going to do it here, but I will say the Memorial Ride to Remember is one of the best rides that you could ever be affiliated with, and it's because it not only talks about the veterans and what the hard work that this team does. Crystal and Dennis, they do an absolute great job, but they talk about the folks that lost their lives, being in the military and the armed services and that kind of thing. So I am actually going to put out a full-blown post highlighting my thoughts and my personal feelings around that this weekend. Unfortunately, I've just been swamped with so many things in the last few days related to the race. I've not done due justice related to that Memorial Ride to Remember, and I'm going to do that. So Crystal, you and Dennis, please, I apologize on Facebook, but I am going to do you right. And we appreciate you and everybody that's affiliated with that program being a part of the All Harley World Shootout. And thank you so much for doing that.
Right on. Yeah, well, I was going to say, you hit it on the nail. Great event, great people. I've been able to get to a couple of their events, and they really do a great production. So these things go hand in hand, man. You put on a great race, they do a great event, so it's a good thing to get you guys matched up. Let's get back to this April 11th, 12th, and 13th race, man. What else we got going on?
Well, we got Street ET, we got Pro ET, and also let me go ahead and just tell you fans something. Lincoln 3-4 weeks ago decided that he wanted to be a little deeper involved in the All Harley World Shootout, and Lincoln and Full Throttle, the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine, is actually the Pro ET sponsor, the series sponsor for the entire season for that class. So I'm excited about that, and if you win the Pro ET, he's going to want to highlight his series and put you in that magazine. I appreciate you doing that.
Oh, yeah. Look, 100%, man. Always glad to be on the same team with you and All Harley World Shootout. That's why I wanted to get a little further in. We know Doc or myself will be out there. So, yeah, definitely. If you're winning classes, we want to make sure to get you in the magazine, highlight your hard work at the best racing series in the Carolinas.
Yeah, Doc does a fantastic job with the pictures and all the work that he does related to the stories. I write a lot of the articles, but he writes a lot of articles himself. So we really appreciate Doc being as deep as he is with the All Harley World Shootout and the mini bike series as well.
I want to actually go a little further than that.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw in here. I want to put some money on the best reaction time for all the classes.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw some extra money out there. So if we have people making the best reaction in each class, are going to receive a little something extra from the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine. And now what happens usually is whenever we start this, and other people throw on top of that, it ends up being, a nice little sum just for having that best reaction time, man. But that's what makes it interesting, man. Letting everybody get out there and have some fun, and you get a little reward for your action as well.
Well, I think that's good because I'll be honest with you, we got some classes, we got some riders, we got some racers that have a lot of talent. I mean, a lot of talent. And I'll tell you now, all the world champions from the All Harley World Shootout last season, every single one of them have committed to coming to the season opener and racing in the series this entire year. So that says a lot. It's a huge testament to their commitment to the All Harley World Shootout. And again, we do a lot of things for the racers, and the racers to me are the number one priority. Vendors right behind it, spectators, but the racers, you got to take care of the racers. You got to be good to them.
Well, that's the show, man, for sure. Yeah. Well, and that is always good. You get everybody's been in the off season, man. Everybody's getting their stuff together. This is going to be a hot set, man. I can't wait to see it. Doc's got a question for you there.
Okay.
He wants to see if we got a rundown of the classes.
Absolutely. You have Pro ET, Street ET, Metric ET, Hot Rod Bagger, Non-Bagger, Pro Comp Outlaw, and I'm going to add some language to this Dragon Bagger class. All right. There are a lot of guys that I think can really, really race. But this Dragon Bagger class, I would not be surprised if it don't have one of the largest entries out of all of the top classes I have. Because to me, the Dragon Bagger class will separate the real rider from the riders that think they're riders.
Mm-hmm.
You truly have to be a hand clutch assassin to race in this class.
Yeah.
You're foot shifting, you're on a powerful bike. And if you can't do one or two of these things, you might as well just put an air shifter on it and go to another class or go to the Street ET class or something. But anyhow, if you can't cut a light and you can't put down a solid 60 foot, you might be in trouble in this class because there are a lot of riders out there, and I can name 10 of them that I think are high potential series winners. We're going to do some things with this class, and I think it's going to be a class that's here. Now, this year we will put this class kind of like what we did with the 560 index class, which is part of the program now. I apologize for missing that class, but the 560 class is part of the All Harley World Shootout now because we just continually grew that class every race last year. We ended up with 17, 18 bikes in the World Finals, and that's a series now. So Frank Loney, who is managing the Metric ET and the 560 index class, he's got his work cut out for him. So I just want to say that this Dragon Bagger class, though, I believe it is a true riders class, and it's going to separate the men from the boys.
Oh, this is what everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
If they want to get out there and show what they got, this is a perfect time for you guys to come out there and show what you got.
Well, I'll tell you, if there's a double O light, triple O light, it's going to be in that Dragon Baggers class because that's where I think all the talent, the real true talent of racing is going to be. I mean, it's just going to be a great class. I'm excited. A lot of people are excited. And I can tell you now, I got 5 or 6 racers that hadn't raced in the last 2 years that are coming to this class just for this class. and you know, sponsors like T-Man Performance. I mean, T-Man is so eager this year to be a part of racing. I talked to him last night, and he's the Hot Rod Bagger sponsor. So we got a lot of sponsors that are coming out of the woodwork and racing now. So he's not only a sponsor, not heavily wide and deep in the All Harley World Shootout, but he is actually racing this entire season.
Nice.
So I appreciate T-Man. I've been knowing him for, 15, 20 years. And, I'm excited that he's actually doing the racing scene.
Yep. It's been good to see him out at a couple different events. I'm glad he got hooked up with you guys. It's a perfect place for him.
He's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. He's been doing this for lots of years, guys. I'm telling you, not 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. He's been doing this for a long time, high performance bikes all day long. So I'm glad that he is racing. I'm glad he's back into building these high performance bikes. There's going to be several bikes on the property that have his stuff, and you go and you look at his pages, his Facebook page. I mean, it's just bikes out there left and right all the time.
Yep. Putting them together, man.
Putting them together.
That's cool. Good. What else you got for Farmington?
Well, like I said, I'm hoping that we have some absolute great weather. If we do, we're going to have great crowds. So it's going to be packed. I know Friday night, we're going to have lots of cars out there. Some, again, it's an event, and the cars just add a different flavor for our fans. So the mini bikes, to me, they are just the mini bikes. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They are just cool as all get out. They're fan favorites all day long. Jack now knows that. And speaking of Jack, Jack Capello will be at our event. He will be there representing, obviously, Cycle Drag. And so we'll be doing some live videos. So if you're scared to talk, stay away from Jack.
Yeah, he'll come out and get you, won't he?
He'll come out and get you.
Put you on the camera, you'll be on the spot big time right there.
Absolutely.
What about the spectators, man? What can they expect? I know, man, last time we did races at Farmington, people were lined up on Thursday trying to get in there and get a good spot. What's the recommendation if you're coming as a spectator?
Well, we have spectators that actually are going to be there, as well as racers on Thursday. folks, if you want to come in Thursday, I'm going to be there on Thursday. So just reach out to me. Let me know you're coming. We will have everything marked off like we always do. So if you want to come in Thursday so that you're rested and relaxed for Friday, then
I'm
don't
not sure
hesitate.
that's what happens.
Well, I'm hoping, because you got to get rested and relaxed for Southern Reload. They're gonna tear you up. I mean,
Well, that's it. You do have to pace yourself a little bit, but the people that get there on Thursday, man, they are ready to have a good time, and Thursday nights starts that party off, man. But yeah, pace yourself, because 8 o'clock on Friday is when that Southern Reload is gonna hit the stage. You're gonna want to have some juice left in the tank there.
Hey, you're gonna want to have some juice left in the tank, no doubt, because these guys really rock the house, and I've seen them play a couple times, and they're just fantastic. They're just a great band to have to be part of anybody's program. So I encourage you that if you get a chance to see them before our event, do. If you get a chance to see them after our event, they are worth that cover charge to wherever they're going. Right on. I like it, man. So then just otherwise, you can always show up Friday and Saturday. You can come and go. You can do your thing. Yep. So, just so everybody knows, $20 on Friday gets you in, free concert. You get to see the mini bikes. You get to see all the Harley racing. You get to see the cars. And the same thing Saturday. Saturday, we will have a huge race. It'll be packed. I'm anticipating well over 150 bikes. Oh, man, what a deal. We had, I think it was 154 in October. So nice. We expect a little bit more than that with the new class of the Dragon Bagger, for sure. I dig it, man. What a deal. Hey, man, that is a lot of entertainment for a low gate price, man. I appreciate you doing that for all the spectators, get them in there. Like I said, the race is going to be there. The venue is going to have stuff going on. Man, all you got to do is pile in now and enjoy the ride. Yep. Well, we put on a good event. Oh, yeah. We're in Ohio this year, and, we'll talk about Ohio, I'm sure, when we get to that point. But I'm excited about Ohio because, it's going to be a huge event. I actually was talking to several folks yesterday about that event. But Thunder at the Rock, right around the corner, that is going to be a massive event. We want to talk about bands. We got Throwdown Jones, we have Bad Romeo, and we have them. 3 bands that are going to take us deep in the night, probably 1 o'clock. Because I know Billy Jones and those guys, Throwdown Jones, they're going to party. Yeah. And that's what we got, folks. We want to have a huge event at Rockingham. Dan and Al and myself, we are talking pretty much every other day about things. I actually went down there just to talk to Dan about the stage that we're getting for these bands. Yeah. And I'll put all that up at a later date. Right now, we're concerned about Farmington. Farmington's going to be a great race. Again, I want to thank Smokin', Harley Davidson in Winston-Salem. I want to thank Impex Auto, a lot of folks that make this happen for us. Keith Brown and Pete Brown, they are working probably right now trying to get that massive monster together. I know Andy Simon Motorsports is coming. We got Mike Melton. He's got that dragster. I've never in my life seen a drag bike with a turbo on it. Man. So when I say drag bike, I mean one with wheelie bars. So, we got a lot of things going on. I can tell you now that from my understanding, Ray Riddle, he's coming with his wicked Harley. He runs in the 560 class. Very, very, Freddie Frazier is the pilot of that bike. We just got a lot of people coming to this race. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out for that weekend to come be a part of this. We've increased the pots. Last year, the All Harley World Shootout, along with all the sponsors and the help that we had, we paid out $60,760, all Facebook money. And we're definitely going to clip that number this year. We've increased the pots with the sponsorships that we have in the ET classes, all to $1,200. Now we also changed the way we pay people. What we do now is that if you go to the semifinals, you're going to get all your money back for the race. Wow! So nice. We're paying first place, runner up, and the semis in every single race that we have. And at first, I thought I was going to catch a lot of flack for that, and I haven't. Nice. The racers really appreciate the fact that we're paying 4 spots versus winner take all. So yeah. Anyhow, well, it gives everybody a chance. Like you said, if you're even just recouping your race money, I mean, hey man, you came out.
You made some good passes. You didn't make it all the way front, but you're still going home with something. Honestly, that should bring more racers to the track. It should provide for a better time.
Yeah, well, like I said, the feedback I got was very, very positive in regards to, if you pay through the semis, you get your money back, so you get your class entry fee, you get your test and tune, you get your gate fee. So, I mean, it's just a way that everybody gets a little bit of that pot.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I've had nothing but great feedback from everybody saying they appreciate, doing that, the racers especially.
Right on. I dig it, man. Well, unless we've got anything else more to go, I think we should get hit on the rest of the schedule. Because look, man, you gotta go ahead and plan ahead. Like I said, these all Harley World shootouts, man. Go ahead and mark your calendar for every single one of them. You're gonna want to be there. Like I said, this April 12th and 13th starts it off, but you've got a full schedule here, man. Let's get down through there.
All right. Well, we have Cox Double Eagle, Harley Davidson of Pinehurst. They're sponsoring the Thunder at the Rock, and Thunder at the Rock is really just a totally different event. It's a Saturday, Sunday, which we've never done Saturday and Sunday. But Dan Van Horn and Al Generali, these guys have really stepped up, and we have partnered up with them. We're going to have a huge race. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to call it North Carolina's own rally. We have on that particular day, the Carl Wilson and some, David Allen. These guys actually run the Rat Hole events. So if you go to Myrtle Beach Fall or Spring Rally and you stop at the Rat Hole, all those events that you see those guys doing out there, we're going to have them. We're going to have all of those events at Thunder at the Rock.
Yeah.
So Crossroads, Harley Davidson in Wilkesboro. We appreciate these guys. First time being part of the All Harley World Shootout. But we had a huge event last year with Wilkesboro. I don't anticipate nothing but a bigger event. We really almost ran out of room.
Well, this is a venue that's been waiting for an event like yours for years. And so whenever the All Harley World Shootout ended up in Wilkesboro last year, yeah, man, those people are hungry to see some good drag racing.
Well, we're bringing it all back, but let me just say this. We have the East Coast Fuelers coming, and that's the front engine dragsters, blown alcohol engines. These guys are coming, all four of them. And when you see these cars, you saw them down there at Lumbee Nation 710. They're coming to Wilkesboro. And then they are also coming to the event at Fayetteville the very next September 6th and 7th. Fort Bragg sponsored event at Fayetteville Drag Strip. They're coming to that event. And I'm telling you, we're going to blow people's minds with these East Coast Fuelers. Jim Cummings, Ray Urban, and that entire team, they do such a great job. They got some of the baddest cars you'll ever see. So we appreciate Cox Double Eagle being a huge part of Thunder at the Rock, June 8th and 9th. Crossroads, Harley Davidson of Wilkesboro, August 2nd and 3rd. Fort Bragg, September 6th and 7th at Fayetteville. And then Ohio. I cannot talk enough about Ohio. Keith Evans and Josh Engel. These guys are working pretty much every day on this race. And I think it's going to be one of the biggest races we have on this calendar because, you got those surrounding states of Ohio, and we're bringing the All Harley World Shootout. And that means something, because we're bringing a full-blown race with if you got a Harley, we got a class for you. No doubt about it. And Dan Daffner, who owns Axtell Cylinders, he is a huge part of that entire program. So we appreciate Harley Davidson of Xenia sponsoring that entire event as well. Killcare Dragway. I've never been there, but all I can tell you is all the feedback I got. It's an absolute great track. So we look forward to that. And then last but absolutely not least, my buddy Derek Tilley. And this means a lot to me because I knew his father. All right. But we're going to have a memorial for Don Tilley. And this is going to be sponsored by Tilley Harley Davidson, October 11th and 12th at Farmington. And we're going to do some really, really special stuff for this particular race because it means a lot to me. And I'm sure it means a lot to Tilley Harley Davidson and Derek as well. So that's our schedule. It's a full-blown schedule, full-blown series. We got a lot of things we still have yet to announce related to the races and the series championships. All that's coming. So we really appreciate everybody involved with the All Harley World Shootout. We continue to grow. We continue to put on a great event for our fans. And I think it speaks volumes of, like us sitting down here right now with the magnitude of people that are on watching this program now.
Oh yeah. Well, that's all a product of all the hard work you guys have put into this stuff. And like I said, everywhere I go, we talk about the All Harley World Shootout as being this big event, man. It's got it all. It's where you want to be. It's got a great schedule, and it's all kicking off 3 weekends from now, April 12th and 13th at Farmington Dragway. It's just going to be something you're not going to want to miss out on.
For $20, I promise you're not going to go anywhere to spend your money and get the magnitude of entertainment that we provide. And we have some of the best talented racers in the country. And I literally say that, and I mean it. We got some talent. These guys spend a lot of this whole entire winter getting their bikes ready, and they're ready. We're running a series, and they want to be world champions at the end of this. And so does the mini bikes. Mini bikes are going to be world champions too.
Yep. And this is where it's going to start, man. April 12th and 13th.
Right here.
All right, man. I love it. Anything else you got?
Nope. I just want to thank all the fans. I want to thank all the racers, all the vendors. Hey, I look forward to seeing you in 3 weeks. We will be there live. And I want to thank Southern Reload and all the Harley Davidson dealerships that are entangled with us, putting on these great events. And so that's pretty much all I have.
Yeah, right on. Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming into the Full Throttle studio talking about this. Man, it's like I said, it's a partnership that I extremely enjoy, man. I love having you guys around, being part of the All Harley World Shootout. And that's what we've got going. So here it is, guys. That's 36 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, man. You completely wasted them, but we appreciate you spending with us. We'll see you at the track, Farmington Dragway, April 12th and 13th. It's just where you got to be, right?
All right.
See y'all later.